Hello, hello, hello. We are back on this channel to start a Madden 18 franchise with the New Orleans Saints. Why did I pick the Saints? I just didn't want to be a team that was really good, did not want to be a team that was just awful, and I wanted to be a team that was kind of had a couple pieces, but they also have a few pieces that are going to needed to be replaced, and also pieces that need to be upgraded, and I thought the Saints would be an interesting choice. So, New Orleans Saints franchise, Madden 18. We did make a couple signings before I played the Week 1 because we skipped the preseason. I did not do any of that. The main signings I made were middle linebackers because the Saints, they run a 4-3 defense, so they have some pretty good defensive linemen, but their middle linebackers are not the greatest. I believe they're both 72 overall, so I wanted to get some decent guys who could possibly take over after progressing them a bit, maybe next season or even later into this season if I feel like just playing them instead. First guy is Julian Stanford. He's a 69 overall as it stands right now. Speedy middle linebacker. Could possibly use for him to be a decent linebacker. The other is Ukemi Eligwe. I have no idea how to pronounce that name. A rookie out of Georgia Southern. We signed him off the Kansas City Chiefs practice squad. Once again, a speedy middle linebacker. He's got some decent tackling stats, decent power moves, decent block shedding. He just doesn't have great play recognition or awareness, so once we can bump that up a bit, hopefully he'll be able to take over one of the middle linebacker spots, or the middle linebacker spot on this Saints team. But without further ado, let's hop into Week 1 against the Minnesota Vikings. The New Orleans Saints start their season off on Monday night against the Minnesota Vikings here in Minnesota. We'll start things off with the Vikings at the ball. Sam Bradford, the former first overall pick, under the helm for the Vikings. 2nd and 10 on their own 25 to start their season. And Sean Rankins gets around his blocker and takes down Bradford for his first sack of the season. They would not be able to convert in 3rd and 17, so let's pick things up with Drew Brees, the former Purdue Boilermaker, and the New Orleans Saints. 3rd and 13 on the Vikings' 43-yard line. Tremaine Brock comes out of nowhere on the corner blitz from the outside. Sacks them. 4th and 22. They would have to punt. Vikings the ball now on their own 10 later on in the first. Bradford nowhere to throw on the screen. Fairly takes him down to the end zone. And your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. 2-0 Saints is the score. Now, next drive for the Vikings on offense in the first quarter as Stephon Diggs somehow gets the pass to him through all those defenders. He goes 80 yards to the promised land, and the Vikings are now on top 7-2. Less than 1 minute left in the first as Brees over the middle has Michael Thomas. He's dragged down at the 50-yard line. Next play, there's 17 seconds left. Brees finds Michael Thomas yet again, this time towards the right side sidelines. He gets down inside Vikings territory. Second quarter action now. Ted Ginn is found on little curl hitch route. Eventually they get down to the 4-yard line. A pitch play to Mark Ingram. He high steps out of a tackle and gets into the end zone as the Saints now take the lead 9-7. Vikings the ball now. Sean Rankins, jumps right over the blocking Dalvin Cook, and he sacks Bradford yet again. 2 sacks on the day for Rankins so far. The Vikings would convert. Now it's 3rd and 10, and Bradford has it over the head of the rookie Anzalone as he finds his rookie Dalvin Cook. They are now deep inside Saints territory, but on 3rd and 10, Cook is stopped by the safety at the 5-yard line, short of the first down marker, so they have to settle for a field goal. Minnesota up now 10-9. Second half action now, 9:19 left in the third as Brees finds Kobe Fleener getting down the sidelines, tries to stiff arm a man, finally dragged down at the 40-yard line. The drive would stall out though. They settle for a field goal. Saints now have the lead 12-10. So later on in the third, about 1:10 left in the quarter, as Brees fires a strike to Kobe Fleener on the seam route down the middle. He would end up breaking his finger on that play, so Josh Hill comes in to replace him. Now play action as Brees finds Michael Thomas coming across the middle on the crossing route, dives into the end zone, and that's a Michael Thomas touchdown. Saints extend their lead to 19-10. Fourth quarter action now. Sam Bradford chased down by Cameron Jordan coming across the field. Now has 2 sacks on the day. 3rd and 17 later that drive. Jordan once again gets away from his blocker, and he's helped on this one. Half a sack for Cameron Jordan, 2.5 on the day. as we will now pick things up with the Saints on offense. A screenplay, Brees dumps it off to Kamara, the rookie out of Tennessee. He got some open space, one man to beat, but he's taken down by that one man. 3rd and 12 now. Brees in the pocket, nobody open, so he takes off. And he breezes right past that first down marker, slides down to 35, now on the 24, 3:34 left. Brees over the middle, has Fuller on the post route down to the 6-yard line. Very next play, it's a play action. Brees has Harbor, in the back of the end zone. Their 3rd tight end, now the 2nd, now that Fleener is hurt. It's now a 26-10 lead, and with 37 seconds left in the game, Bradford takes a shot into the end zone. Bro, Dalvin Bro with the pick for the Saints, as it is now a 26-10 final here in Minnesota. The Saints start the season off with a victory here on Monday night. They are 1-0 to start the year, and the Vikings are 0-1. Drew Brees had 0 issues getting the ball to his receivers. He was 17 for 20 on the day, completed 85% of his passes with 2 touchdowns, 276 through the air, a 152 QBR. Sam Bradford was 11 for 20 with 197 through the air, a touchdown and a pick. Dalvin Cook had some success running the ball. He was 11 carries, 73 yards on the day, at 6.6 yards per carry, but the Saints could not run the ball at all. Mark Ingram, 14 carries, only 23 yards despite getting a touchdown, and then Kamara, the rookie, 4 carries, 0 yards in his NFL regular season debut. So with that being said, it's going to wrap things up here for this edition of New Orleans Saints football. I've been your host, Jerseyborn, and I'm saying goodbye.
We pump the brakes. We might coast for a minute, but we never really stop. So don't pump the brakes. Fuck yield signs, baby, we are off to the races. Time to clean, I bob and weave for that American pie. Trying to find my peace. I need it a la mode, so ditch the heat. Too cold for this stove. You can whip the cream and do it